From our Dual City studios in Texas, USA, it is the award-winning In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Just ahead, Jim Rowlett, Lone Star Street Rod Association State Run coming up in 2 weeks, and we're going to talk to Jim about it. Jeff will have the cruise in and events calendars, and I'll bring you stories making automotive news headlines this week. Howdy, along with Mike out of this world, Mars. He's somewhere around somewhere there. And we always need more Jeff Seekin. I'm Don Armstrong. So glad that you could join us on this Saturday.
He may be trying to get our guest on.
Oh, well, if that's the case, then good. Yeah. Because I've got some interesting stories in the news category that I always wind up with stories that I haven't gotten on the air. Well, we're not going to do that anymore, he said, saying. Some of the nation's largest public and private dealership groups were among the 97 auto retailers the Federal Trade Commission in March warned of suspected illegal advertising practices. The FTC refused this spring to disclose the names of the dozens of groups and dealerships that received these letters. However, the agency reversed course and just this past week posted the documents and recipient names to the agency's public database of warning letters. The FTC says it will post information if it encounters multiple Freedom of Information Act requests for its disclosure, according to a spokesperson that told Automotive News, where we got our stories from. Recipients include at least 4 of the 6 large publicly traded franchise dealership groups, Lithia Motors, AutoNation, Group 1 Automotive, and Sonic Automotive. In some of the letters, several of the group stores were copied. Publicly traded Asbury Automotive Group and Penske did not appear to be included, nor were the 2 major publicly traded used vehicle retailers, CarMax and Carvana. Receipt of the warning letters did not necessarily mean guilt, according to the author, but he wrote in the letters that he was concerned the recipients had engaged in one of 6 advertising practices the FTC considers illegal. The letters warned dealerships it was illegal to advertise unavailable models or vehicle prices omitting anything from the actual out-the-door price except for government taxes and fees. Advertised prices need to include the dealership's mandatory fees on charges. They cannot be contingent on certain down payments, using dealer financing, or the consumer qualifying for a rebate that isn't universally available.
Wow. You mentioned Lithia. I remember when Lithia only had like 6 dealerships up in the Midwest, Colorado. They were more of a Oklahoma kind of area, and then they've expanded. This was like 25 years ago. Yep.
Yeah.
Penske wasn't mentioned because they probably follow the rules. They probably do everything, by the book. So
you know that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because that's the way Roger Penske operates.
Yep.
And this is a story that we did. Would you call and see what's going on with Mr. Mars? Thank you. This is a story that we had last week. Lug nut, axle, diesel, and turbo have flown the nest. They left behind worldwide fame for the Kansas Ford dealership where they hatched atop the tire of an F-250 King Ranch. The 2-week-old Robins left Olathe Ford Lincoln on May 27th. According to the dealership's social media page, employees plan to leave the nest in place for a few more days just to make sure the birds don't come back before releasing the truck to the patient buyer who's been waiting for nature to take its course. In addition to Automotive News, the Robins' unusual nesting location received coverage from the New York Times, People Magazine, The Guardian, numerous other media outlets, including In-Wheel Time, with Ford helping to spread the word through a story on its media website as well. Federal law prohibits destroying an active robin's nest. Operation Wildlife, a Kansas rehabilitation center, advised dealership employees that they could relocate the nest to a similar pickup if needed, but the buyer, a construction company, agreed to wait. Well, that's good. And because the buyer was actually a company and it wasn't in desperate need of the F-250, and they said that they could wait a few weeks longer before they took delivery of the big, expensive F-250 King Ranch, where the birds found a nest on the top of the tire. Open wheel well. It was a good thing for all of them. Did we lose Mr. Mars?
Mike is working with our guests to try to get him situated to get him on the air. So he's behind the scenes working diligently with our guests.
Diligently.
Diligently.
Okay, I'm going to make a copy of that word. Okay. Steady profits, rising sales, and record stock prices were not enough to keep General Motors CEO Mary Barra, atop Fortune's most powerful women, listed for a third consecutive year. Barra slid to number 2 on the publication's 2026 list behind Citigroup CEO Jane Fraser. Jane, never mind.
So the money automatically gives her power? Is that what it is?
Well,
Most
it's steady
powerful?
profits, rising sales, and record stock price.
And
Anyway, since taking charge of GM in 2014, Barra has never ranked lower than 5th on the Fortune list. She's been number 1 5 times, including 24 and 25.
Yeah, I know what one finger they're going to flip her when she's for number 1.
Dude, it amazes me that the price of the cars go up, and so does her salary.
Yeah.
All the time.
Strange
Hey,
how
look
that
who we
works,
got.
huh?
Mike's
It's all
back.
tied together.
What did you say, Mike?
I say it's all tied together for some silly reason.
Yeah, money and power.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
it. Okay, do we have Jim on the line?
I believe so, sir.
All right. Well, Jim Rowlett is with the Lone Star Street Rod Association and in preparation for the state run that's coming up in 2 weeks. Jim, good morning to you, and thanks for joining us.
Jim?
Okay, so that's working real well for us. We'll just continue on with the stories. Biggest company in North America's retail tire and auto repair sector keeps growing. And you know, it's funny, because I thought of you when I was looking at this story. Mavis Tire Express Service Corporation. Are you familiar with them?
Yep, sure am.
Which has held the top spot in tire business annual retail rankings since 2022, reached at least 2,100 company employee-owned stores this year, the most of any North American tire and auto service.
They started on the East Coast many, many years ago, and like anything else, you grow and you get bigger.
Mavis, which along with its namesake stores, does business as NTB, Tire Kingdom, Town Fair, Express Oil Tire Engineers, and other brands, has more than 800 store lead over its nearest competitors, and that would be a company called Monroe, M-O-N-R-O, Incorporated, Reinhold Thomas Corporation, the parent company of Discount Tire, and America's Tire, according to data collected and analyzed by Tire Business. Purchase of the Midas franchise portfolio, with its system-wide sales of nearly $2 billion, gives Millward, New York-based Mavis more than 3,500 points of sale in the U.S. and Canada. Never heard of them, but I guess if we went over to the East Coast, they'd be everywhere. Yeah. Kind of like Discount is here.
When some of the employees of ATD left, they went over to Mavis back on the East Coast, for employment. So I know a couple of guys that went over there, and I know the retail side of it. Since I was on the distribution, on the wholesale side, we dealt with them in different aspects. So, supply and demand, supply chain, all that.
Well, obviously we're not going to get Jim Rowlett on, but you know what? We have enough knowledge since we've been there so many times.
Look behind us. See that image behind?
Yes.
I keep asking folks to send in pictures of their cars so we can get them on and talk about them. But I had a van almost identical to this. I didn't have side pipes on it like this.
Did you have shag carpet in it?
No, we didn't get that far. I had a shaggy haircut at the time, but it was almost the same color blue. Mine was a GMC. It was a 77, and this brought back. I sent Mike a photo. I said, I'm living my old hippie days.
Those can't be real side pipes.
No, I'm just saying if they were, that's a pretty stupid idea. But if you look at the real picture, they're kind of tucked under, so I believe they're on there. Yeah,
they're not on the engine.
No, they're probably like the faux.
My God,
like a Zoomy.
The runners on them would have to be 10 miles long.
Well, it is. The engine is up in the.
It's right between the driver and the passenger in the front.
I know. Big cup holder on it and all that. Yeah.
And that's where all the crap was. Everything that you could possibly have in
collection
your pocket.
Point.
Yeah, collection point. Yeah. Kind of like cup holders used to be.
Yeah.
Now you use the cup holders.
Yep. But anyways, send in your pictures of a vehicle that you drove or your current one. I'll have Mike put it up there, and we'll.
And you know what I'd like to see is our contributing editors, if you want to call them
Yeah.
that, George Skelton and
Mr.
Jeff Heitzman.
Yep.
I'd like to see their cars back in the day.
Yep. In fact, I told you we went to Johnson Space Center. And the whole time I was thinking of Jeff while I was there. You know,
He's there.
I know he's there. We did the tram tour. It's an incredible facility. I can't say enough. Kathy and I had a great time.
So let's talk about Granbury and the Lone Star Street Rod
Let's do it.
Association, shall we?
I'm packing.
We're going to be up there a week from today doing our show. We're going to have a bonus hour. We're going to be on the air from 9 to noon
Is it 2
Central
weeks from today
Time.
or a week today?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks from today, yeah.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
We'll
We're
be
gonna
done
have
in
the
2
Yeah, we'll have the patio all decked out in 2
Every
weeks.
time.
And 6 months later, they finally opened.
Let's just real quick. We frequent a restaurant every weekend, same Mexican restaurant, and they were remodeling the front area, the approach, the parking lot area. And every time we asked when it was going to be done, because there's a hole that's 12 feet deep and it's maybe 30 feet long. 2 more weeks will be done every time.
Is that a government project?
2 more weeks. It was hysterical.
And it was about a month and a half.
So Lone Star Street Rod Association, back to it again,
Mm-hmm.
Granbury, Texas, and it is in a park up there called Hewlett Park,
Mm-hmm.
and it's right on the main drag in Granbury, and it's also just down the street from the lake. And the lake, as you've probably heard if you watch this or get this show every week, the lake is like 23 miles long.
23, 25,
Yeah,
something like
it's
that.
surprisingly
And,
big.
Anyway, it's a beautiful setting. It's a beautiful little town, Granbury. And not only is the town great, but so is this car show. It's nothing but hot rods from all over, and not only Texas, but states beyond Texas. Everybody comes in for this. It's a big deal, and it's not so large that you can't get in the whole show during the day. You can, and yes, there's hot dogs and all that good stuff as well. But it's very easy to get to, and if you want, you can park your car and your trailer that you've brought the hot rod on at the hotel, leave it there, and the hotel's got shuttles that goes to the park. So, and they make it really convenient for you. It doesn't cost anything for the shuttle, by the way. It's south of Fort Worth by about 45 minutes to an hour,
Roughly,
depending on where you're going to go. But and it's not on the main drag of any major highway. No. Yes, there's a highway that goes by, and it's easy to get to. You just got to wiggle your way up there.
Yeah.
From Houston, I think 290 would probably get you out of town, and then you would head on up to Bryan College Station and go up that way. And
make your own road trip. Make your own cruise.
Yeah, you can. We're going to leave on Friday. The actual event itself starts on Friday. We're going to leave Friday from Houston and travel up there, spend the night, and then get up at the crack of dawn or before.
Crack of Granbury.
Yeah, and we'll get all set up so we can start at 9 o'clock that morning. It's a great fun adventure and great people, and you would really enjoy it. It is different than any other cruise-in, if you want to call it that, that we deal with in the Houston area. And that's not a put-down for those cruise-ins here in the Houston area at all, but it's just different. It's a different crowd.
It's different notoriety.
And it's a different car culture as well. We're not going to have Honda 2000s with the pow 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 pow. There's none of that.
No.
You might get a great big huge V8 that rumbles in.
Well, we had that Lincoln last year, and it was huge. It was like 13 miles long, and it was pretty and pinstriped, and yeah, it was nice.
Yeah.
And the other thing,
So
like you were
at any
talking
rate,
about,
again, we'll be on the air 9 to noon Central Time in 2 weeks up at Granbury for the Lone Star Street Rod Association state run. This will be the 52nd? 51st or 52nd state run.
51.
But it's a great time, and we invite you to join us.
Look forward to it.
Yeah.
Well, not only that,
Spectators
but
are free.
wherever you're coming from, we like to stop at the little towns and do a little knick-knack shopping and kind of take in the depth and breadth of what Texas has to offer on the way up. So
Good point.
Yep. Very nice stuff.
Exactly.
And we could enhance Mike's travel
Trying to.
enhance Mike's everything.
We got lots to do.
destinations.
Coming up, Jeff has the cruise in and events calendars, and I'll have the stories making automotive news headlines this week. Stay with us. The N-Wheel Time Car Talk Show will continue right after this break.
The Tex-Mex dining experience is defined by Lupi Tortilla, your destination for Texas's best beef fajitas and frozen margaritas. Since 1983, Lupi Tortilla has served authentic and time-tested recipes made with the freshest ingredients. Atmosphere is part of the award-winning experience at Lupi Tortilla, all developed in a little house near Highway 6 and I-10 in Houston. Visit any of the Lupi Tortillas and you'll see the same attention to detail in each and every location. Start your Lupi experience with queso flammeado and guacamole, along with a classic frozen margarita. Dine on famous Lupi beef and chicken fajitas or pepper shrimp brochette, or a fish or vegetarian entree, and finish with a scrumptious flan for dessert. Find Lupi Tortilla in Houston, College Station, Beaumont, Austin, San Antonio, and Dallas-Fort Worth. There's a Texas location near you. The recipes are authentic and time-tested. The ingredients always fresh. Lupi Tortilla. Eats pretty good. Join the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show as we hit the road for a live broadcast from the 51st Annual Lone Star Street Rod Association State Run at Hewlett Park in Granbury. This once-a-year rolling car collection takes place June 12th through the 14th. Check out hundreds of classic street rods, vendors, giveaways, awards, and family fun. Best of all, spectator admission is absolutely free. In Wheel Time will be live from Granbury Saturday, June 13th, 9 to noon. Get all the deets at lssra.com.
Time airs Saturdays 10 to noon on Facebook, YouTube, at InWheelTime.com. And, of course, if you miss it, you can catch 30-minute podcasts of this show from your favorite podcast store. It's free, and we thank you again for joining us today. Time now for the Cruise In and events calendars. And, of course, 2 weeks, we got Granbury and the Lone Star Street Rod Association.
This is for next week, actually, June 6th. This is a brand new month coming up. This is the Gears and Grounds. We talk about this one quite often because it's a neat little show to go to. It's at 13150 Brenton Ridge Street in Houston. Good for Houston. Gathering promises to display a wide range of vehicles, including classic sports cars, exotics, race cars. You name it, they'll have it.
They got Corvettes there?
Well, except Corvettes. No, they don't allow Corvettes there.
Okay, well.
Yeah, they do. And then we got the Crossroad Cruisers Car Club, Cars and Coffee. This is at Frida's Cafe in Victoria, Texas.
Frida,
where we know the Bobby's going to be the new mayor and ruler of Victoria, I'm sure.
He already is.
I think so. The event takes place the first Saturday of the month, 9 a.m. to 11, and it's at 8901 North Navarro Street in Victoria.
That's the main drag.
The main drag. And then you got Daniel's Meat Market, Cars and Coffee. We're just reliving all of these for June 6th. It's in Baytown near Mike. We're near both of us, actually, halfway. 6010 Thompson Road. Registration vehicles, emailing marketing manager at Daniel's Meat Market. So this is for the classic guys. Drivers will receive free coffee. Takes place every Saturday.
I have a classic Corvette.
You do. It's in the garage. It's pretty too.
25 years old.
25 years old. Remember when you were 25? You didn't look that good when you were 25.
I don't remember when I was 25.
You weren't as shiny as that.
Well, you
had some dents and dings on you.
Well, I will tell you that at that point in my life, I was living large, as they say.
Just, you needed to get rubbed out. Mauriceville Cruise In. This is in Orange, Texas.
That's Orange.
Orange. It's Sunday the 7th. It goes from noon to 11.
Mars knows about that.
To 11:261.
Mars, you ever been over there?
Is he spotted? Is he good?
He's right
To
there.
Orange?
Orange.
Mauriceville.
Mauriceville, they got a drag strip up there.
Yep. Well, this is going to be actually at Leslie's Place in Mauriceville. It occurs first Saturday at noon. Participants they're encouraged to bring their classic cars, hot rods, rat rods, resto rods, and any
Corvettes.
Any rod you got. Bring your curtain rod if you want. Wimberley Cars and Coffee is in Wimberley, Texas. Now, that's not too far from here. It's a nice little cruise-up drive. It's a great cruise. That is at, where is that? It's at 14200 Rural Road 12 in Wimberley. Starts at 8 a.m. till 11.
Rural Road 12.
Rural. Yep. Organizers invite car enthusiasts in the community to attend this.
I think that's Rural Route. But
Rural Road. Okay.
Yeah.
That's could be Railroad 12.
It's not Railroad 12.
Take a train. You'll be better. There you go.
Yeah, save some money on
and then
gas.
2 weeks we'll be at Granbury. It's going to be fun. Come on out. Mike, I think, is setting up a kissing booth out there. It's going to be great.
Well, I thought about it. I'm waiting to find out if my wife is coming or not.
Is she not coming again?
Well, she's
debating.
Yeah.
So
women's
you
prerogative.
have grown children. You have grown grandchildren.
Yes.
Bring them too.
What is it that she's going to stay home for this time?
Well, don't get me started.
Do we need to call her?
No, you don't need to.
No,
go.
that would make it worse.
I was going to say, we could stir it up over
If
there.
you call her, Mike's not
Yeah.
going.
Now what she's waiting to find out really is if she's going to be the only wife going,
No.
and
No.
sometimes she gets left out if
Is
she's
Kathy
the only
going?
one.
Yeah. Kathy's going, so Kathy will be there.
Well, I just found that out, so I'm hoping that will encourage her
Yeah.
to.
Well, we can have Kathy call.
We're going to
go and
stop at
participate.
places. We're doing the
Yeah.
tourist road trip thing. We always
Make
do.
a
And it's
make a
blast.
weekend out of it.
You laugh, you have fun, you have a couple of adult beverages.
Well,
on the
for
way.
me, it all depends on when I leave, as whether I can stop and meet you
Yeah.
in some sort of bizarre little town that's
There's a
got
few.
one school there,
Yep.
that kind of thing.
Bizarre thing.
Yeah. Honda will halt production of the Ridgeline for 18 months because the pickup cannot meet emissions regulations.
Whoa.
Honda, the company that sold everything to everybody, the popularity of the Honda Accord back in the late 80s, early 90s, and I mean, my ex actually had a brand new Honda Accord.
Yeah,
It was
you're
a
saying.
nice little car.
Is this
They've
just
gone
in the
down
US?
the toilet.
Is this
So
just
did
for the
we. We
US?
bought one because it was a Honda, and it was so good back then.
And you
Yeah,
got-
exactly. The Japanese automaker will stop building the mid-sized truck in Lincoln, Alabama in the fourth quarter.
So it's
It
US.
plans to assemble a heavily refreshed Ridgeline at the same plant starting in the third quarter of 2028.
So for a year and a half, they're going to quit.
Yep. Makeover is expected to include design changes, revised components, and an updated V6 engine to comply with regulations. This is according to people with knowledge of the plan and Automotive News who published it. Honda is one of 6 automakers still obligated to improve vehicle efficiency under, here it is, California rules through the 2026 model
I said
year,
US,
despite
yeah.
the Trump administration's moves to reduce environmental regulations. So now
Well,
we
but
know.
that's part of the problem. They've always had something special they had to do for California, and it's just not cost effective to say, such a small percentage. It's a big number of cars, but it's a small percentage of the country. You got to do something special for that nobody else wants.
Yeah. I wonder if Jack Nerad's going to get any in the near future.
I don't know, but here's the deal. So let's say, for instance, you live in L.A., like Jack. You've bought a new Honda 8 years ago under California emissions regulations. Now you're going to be moving to Texas. Guess what? Who wants a car of any kind with California emissions equipment on it? That's more money to keep up with. What, were you going to say something?
Yeah, I was going to say that's the thing about it, because I've looked at that before. Like, what happens? You don't have to disclose that you got that car in California. You don't know it until you get the title. And really and truly, if they go through the title transfer process, you never really see. Yeah, Jack Nerad had it, and this was his home address, but you don't know for sure that was a California emissions
I'll
car.
bet you Carfax has that.
Yeah.
That
Somebody's
may be
got
true.
it.
You can do
Somebody's
some
got it.
research and probably find it.
Well, the Secretary of State of California would have it because it'd have to pass emissions to get through the Secretary of State for plates.
Yeah, but can you afford the bribes that it would take to get that information?
The bribes.
I mean,
well, there is
excuse
that.
me, the donation, campaign donations.
There you go.
No.
I don't know. I don't know as if I'd want a California car. I'm sure that there's nothing wrong with them, but I worry about what is on that emissions control vehicle for California that's different than mine that I'm going to wind up having to pay for to keep the car actually current. Because once you inherit the car, you buy the car, you're
buy the problems.
supposed to keep up with all of that stuff.
What about all the smog pumps that were disconnected and taken off in the 70s of some of the cars? Well, all the cars.
If
all
they
the
did
smog
that,
control.
They can't get past the inspections now.
Yeah.
So
San
that-
Antonio just started doing the same inspections that y'all do there in Houston.
We
There's
used
a lot
to
of
do.
people upset.
Yeah. Well, I will tell you that in 1977, when I bought the Corvette, my first Corvette, one of the first things that I did was and it was still under
Took
warranty.
the belt off the smog
No,
pump.
I didn't. I took the whole pump off. I took the smog pump off because I put
Oh, you were
headers-
going for weight. You're
No,
taking the
I
weight
put
off.
the headers on it.
There you
So it just kind of blew out everything. And remember the recirculation valve went into the air cleaner?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, forget that air cleaner. That is dumb looking.
Yep, yep.
We got to
Yeah.
put some open element
Nice
cleaner on
chrome one up there that doesn't
Yeah.
have all that nasty looking hose on it.
it.
And
That's
then
it.
you had the heater tube from the exhaust manifold up into the intake.
Oh, yeah.
The snorkel. Yeah.
All that.
Take that off.
Take that. Get rid of that.
Yeah.
That's clogging up the good looks of the engine.
You know, look good in
compartment.
here. An LS. Drop one in. Here
Well,
you go.
I was just reading yesterday that apparently there is somewhere roaming around an actual 1969 Chevrolet DZ302 engine that's up for sale. But it's not all original parts, but it is a DZ block, which is exclusive to the Camaro Z28 back in the day that the factory said has, 305 horsepower. Liars. It had a lot more horsepower than that, and it revved up to like 7,000 RPM, and they blew up all over the place. But whatever the case may be, I looked at that and I thought, oh, would I love to have a car with a DZ motor in it, especially a 69 Camaro.
Or a 32 Ford Coupe.
No, I wouldn't
don't-
want to do it. No, I wouldn't want to waste it on that. It'd have to be something in the 60s. Maybe you could put that DZ motor into I was going to say a Chevelle.
Yeah. Or a Nova.
Any of those, yeah.
Yeah.
Something
Chevy
that you
2,
should-
something like that.
Yeah, Chevelle might be a little heavy, but
I
the
was thinking
Nova
that
would
too.
absolutely be good.
Yeah. Well, that's,
Whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just keep it in the family. Keep it in the Chevy family.
And the old GM.
Yeah.
Make Mary Barra happy.
No. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen.
Bless her heart.
Next hour, I'm going to have a news story. What Chevy did for the 250th birthday of the country at the Indy 500 this year. I think that you're going to find it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you know what?
Interesting story.
I've-
Don't blow it.
No, I don't know your story, but I've got a story. I've got stories.
Hey, we'd love to hear from you. Just shoot us an email. The address here is info@inwheeltime.com. We're back after this quick break. Stay with us.
Your car is a direct reflection of you, so don't be satisfied with color fade or a dingy, dull appearance. Get rid of those terrible automated car wash scratches. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your Save the Paint company. John Gray and his team of detailing experts can help your cars finish without a full repaint. Searching for real experts in window tint or windshield protection? Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Dash cams, radar detectors, Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Got a new car? Get it protected as soon as you take delivery. If you don't know which of the multitude of protection products to go with, John Gray will give you an honest opinion and won't sell you something you don't need. John will help you understand the many options and pricing right on the spot. He's your guy to have your ride looking its best and protected too. See the state-of-the-art shop yourself. Free tours anytime. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is easy to get to, located just south of the Southwest Freeway on the Sam Houston Parkway. Gulf Coast Auto Shield, full-service luxury car care today and online at gcautoshield.com. Gift giving should be meaningful, and we have an idea. A hand-painted custom illustration of your car from one of the nation's leading artists. Now you can get one or a car show poster customized for you, a friend, or a loved one. Bill Sites will be happy to guide you through the process. No matter what the day, birthday, anniversary, or any day, an Autographics custom illustration adds an extra touch of class to any home. Call Bill today, 832-922-0963. That's 832-922-0963. That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.